it picks up your voice. But at least everything I'm saying while I'm in front of the computer, but it's just when I'm usually doing the demos, they will get. So today we will learn something new. We will learn about using images. Okay? So I am going to my main folder, which is Ramon G over here. And I will create a new folder. Every time we have a new project, a new assignment, it's going to be in a new folder, okay? So new directory. And I will call this photos. I will save it using the check icon. Now I'm realizing that some people get confused between folders and files. So the folders can just be a name, and the files always have to have .html or .jpeg or .png or whatever, okay? But the folders can just be a name without a dot something at the end of it. So now we have a photos folder, right? And before anything, I actually do need some photos to use. So let's just say my favorite topic, turtles. And I'm just going to download some pictures really quickly. The way to download pictures from online is you hold down the control key, and you will see this button when you hold down on the image, and just save image as. It'll ask you where to save it, and I will save it on my desktop for now. And I believe this is a JPEG. I hope it's a JPEG. Save sea turtle. And let's do more than one turtle. Ooh, how cute. There you go. Save image as baby turtle hand.jpg. And you know what? Let me find one more image, a third image, just so we have. Okay, this one's good. Control, and you hold down the mouse on the image, and then you'll get this window. And what you want, save image as. So it'll give you the option of where to save it and what to name it. So loggerhead, JPEG. Did I download it into the, oh yes, I did. Okay, let's go back to the code, guys. So now I have this folder called photos, right? I will go into the folder and I will create a new file, which is separate from a new directory, right? And I will call this, every new directory will always start with the index.html. Remember that. The browser always looks for the index.html file. So actually, I type it up here, index.html. Then we will tell the browser that this is an HTML file. We will have our head section, which like I mentioned before, where you have information just for the browser, like keywords and descriptions and things like that, as well as the title of the tab. So let's call this, let's give it a name. My favorite things. You can name it whatever you want. Don't do it yet. Just wait for me to do this demo first, okay? I will close the title. And I will close the head. Right? What comes next? Anybody remember? Come on. Anybody? Body, yes. Body. And I will also close the body just so I remember. And I will close the HTML as well. But in between these two, I will put a title, a headline. So I will say, these are the things I love. Does anyone remember how to make sure this is bold-faced? B, okay. So I'm going to save this. And I will open up a new tab for fit.rgad.com/RamonG/ what's the folder name? Photos. There you go. So far we have one thing. We have a line that's bold-faced, right? Did I show you guys how to center something? What's the code? What's the code for centering something? Center. So I want this headline in the middle of my page. And we all remember how to add a background color? Anybody? Who remembers? BG color equals, and for now I'll just use yellow. I showed you guys how to find web colors last week, right? So, but for now, just for expediency's sake, I will stick with just yellow.
I have a question. To close it, you just do the hash, the slash BG color, right? And not the body BG color.
It's not gonna work. It's got to be inside body. It's got to be in the same line as body, right here.
So I have to. So if I want to close it, I would have to do the less than or greater than that sign.
What do you mean? What do you mean by close it? What are you trying to?
Do I not need to close that?
The body, no. The body tag, the BG color tag, you don't need to close. Some codes you don't need to close, and that's one of them. Okay, so you all know how to do this so far, right? How to add text, how to make it boldface, how to do the BG color. You even know how to change the size and the font face, right? So now let's put in a picture. The code for a picture is image source equals, and what was the name of one of our things? It was baby turtle hand. Let's do that one. Baby turtle hand.jpg. So that's the whole code right there for adding the image. You have image source equals and then the file name. Does everybody see this? I'll make it bigger. Pretty simple, right? Yes? Okay. Image source, you can, it's English. Image source equals baby turtle hand, that's the name of the file. And I make sure that the name is exactly the same. It's all lowercase. I will save it, and let's see what happens. Everybody, drum roll. Oh, wow. Nothing. There's nothing there, and there's no picture. You know why? Because I forgot to upload the image to the server. Does that make sense?
No.
Everything has to be on the server in order for people to access it. Right now, the picture is on my desktop. It's not on the it's not on the internet. It's on my computer. All these files that we're creating are on the internet. We need to upload the turtle image onto the internet. You go back to our web net to FTP. We'll go back to our directory. And you know what? What's a good habit? Is to create a separate folder just for the pictures. Because if you have a website and you have 30 pictures in there, it's going to get really messy inside your folder. So I will create a new directory inside my photos directory, and I will call this one images. I will save it. Now if I go back to the main folder, you will see I now have my index file and my images folder. So let's upload these turtle pictures into the images folder. Right here it says upload. So I click on upload and I will choose the file. And there you go. There is baby turtle hand. And you know what? I'm going to upload the rest of them. I will also upload loggerhead. And I will upload sea turtle. I will hit save. So now, if I look at my images folder, I do have my files in there. See this? Sea turtle, baby turtle hand, loggerhead. And then let's go back to our code. Well, actually, all we need to do is refresh, right? So in theory, When I hit refresh, this picture will show up. Yes? Yes?
No.
Who says no?
I said no because he's shaking his head.
You're ruining it, Tony. Okay, it did not show up. You know what else I forgot to do? I forgot to tell the browser to look in the images folder. Because right now the browser, the file is just loose inside my main directory. But the images are actually inside the images folder. So I'm going to go back to my code. And I'm going to tell the browser that to look inside the images folder, like so. So here's the code. So I'm telling it to source an image from the images folder / called baby turtle hand JPEG. So now let's try it. Refresh. Let's see what happens. Now, there you go. Ooh, way too big. Way too big. So I'm going to change the size of the image just by adding to the image line width equals, let's say, 500. Save. I'll refresh. There you go. Oh, but I want it to be centered. You know, why is that centering? Oh, because I entered center. I ended it here. I should get rid of that. So everything will be centered. Refresh. Oh, what's going on? I need to add a paragraph break after this first line. Let's try that again. Oh, I'm in the wrong line. I'm in the head section. Duh. Up here. Save. Let's try that again. There you go. Okay. Should I do that again, or do you guys have enough to go on? Huh? No, I mean, should I do it again, or do you guys have enough to do it yourself? Do it again? Okay. So let's do another one. Let's do loggerhead. So I will type in image source equals loggerhead.jpg, just like that. And then I will go ahead and give it a size as well. Width equals 500. So that's the code right there for an image. I will save it. I will refresh. And again, I'm missing some. It disappeared. Does anybody remember why it's not there? I didn't specify which folder it should go to. Images / and I also forgot I should put a paragraph break so that it goes to the next line. Let's try that. Refresh. There you go. Okay. And remember, when you're uploading an image, you go to your main folder, you create a new folder called images. But we already have one, so I'm not going to save this. Like so. And it is in this folder, inside my photos folder, that I will upload my pictures. So upload, choose file, and then find your images. So make sure you download some photographs first from the internet. You know what? Let me do one more. Okay, I'll do it again because I just realized there's one more lesson to be gleaned from this. So let's pretend that I haven't uploaded this one. I'm going to delete this one. So we'll actually do a actual upload. So I will go to my images folder. I will click on upload right here. I will choose the file, SeaTurtle JPEG, upload, save it. So now my images folder has the SeaTurtle in there. You see it right there. I'll go back up to my index file. I will edit this. And you know what? Instead of retyping everything, I'm just going to copy this. I will add another paragraph break there. And what was this called? Anybody remember the file name? Let's see. C turtle. Is that right? Yeah, C turtle. C dash turtle. Be quiet. You know, you're horrible. I should have warned you. I swear. I should give you an evaluation on giving evaluations.
I didn't know you were trying to trick him.
That's.
I'll write it down. Just trying to trick everybody.
Let's try it now. Let's see what happens when if that C turtle will show up. So I will save it, refresh. Oh, what happened? Oh, it's the third one did not show up, guys. Look at my code, and can anybody tell? Can anybody tell me why it didn't show up? That's not it. See, this is the file right here. See that? And this is the code that I wrote. You see how the file is capital S and capital T? And in my code, it's lowercase s and lowercase t. So the browser will see that and it will not recognize it. That's why I say always save all your files lowercase so you don't have to remember. So I guess I could just change the code or I could rename the file, but I will just change the code in this case. Let's try that again. There you go. It all showed up. Okay, so try to do this on your own, and I will walk around if anybody needs any help. Just raise your hand if you need some help. Yes, I'm sorry. There's the code. And I will make it larger as well.
I don't want help anymore, okay?
Yes. Yeah. So we have first bold here, right? So that bold everything, right? Then this one stop that bold. So only this section. The beginning and end of that page, right? Yeah, hold on. The beginning and end of this bold, right? Then the beginning and end of this bold.
that one, close that. Open that It's all the same line.
What?
Or he
A little bit, but. Did you like it?
one click. He gives you a one breakdown. You try to unbold. Oh, hold on. Everything is bold afterwards. Nothing's wrong. So you stop that fold there.
Wait, why is it photos?
No, that's not.
Why is it photos and not images?
Another reason why you're.
Why not? It's not that? Why? What is it? No. Let's go. I'm gonna call my, that's why
Oh, hold down the control. Control. Go back to that. And then you push down on the picture. And you'll see that stuff. Save as. Save it to your desktop. Put the ball here and the ball here. So all this should melt. After high school, you want it. Yeah.
Wait, I wanted it bold, I just have to put the
Actually, if you want to. After each one, you have to have space there. Let's go figure out what's really bothering. So whenever you start the page, there you go. So that goes this. This. Right, so that's closing this page. So you're missing this cracker right here. So all this stuff was not. One little thing. Very little.
But everything else is fine, like, I'm getting hungry.
you don't have anything that to click on. Created the link tag, but there's nothing for you to click on. For this. I have to write something in between the AHRDF and the slash. Save it and take a look at it. That's why I say always make everything lowercase. Now you have to remember to always capitalize, or you can rename the folder. So that's really easy. Yeah, can you help? Yes, okay.
So I just see stuff after you upload it. Is this correct?
Go back to your index file. Well, you're supposed to create a folder called images. That's why that is images. And when you upload that file, lowercase. Upload that, open up images, and upload the file. Do it again. Upload, okay, upload. Select file. Now we have we created a folder that has a file on it, right? So we go back 1 minute. And now you will create a new file. Have all that information that's here. Okay? Anybody need help on this side? Enter image source, equals images. You spelled it. Check your spelling. Okay, let me know if that works after you correct the spelling. So you either need to spell it correctly on the code, or you need to rename the file. Are you guys okay over here?
So your website is going to have that.
Yes, question? Yeah. Well, if you want that center, you can either add another center code here or just get rid of the ending the center. So everything gets centered. Move back here to the bottom. Got it?
Yeah, they're really nice. Good job. They're sloth. I have an obsession. Freestyle. You know what freestyle is. Yeah, it's good.
I've heard of him, but I don't follow pop music anymore. And you get to after like 30, you stop listening to anything new
Yeah, I understand. I don't listen to anything.
until after you have kids, and then the kids introduce you.
This thing, I listen to something.
This is fine. The size of what? I'll do that. What's your name again? Hannah. So Hannah's asking, and I know I taught this 2 weeks ago, but I'll do a refresher course. How do you change the size of your text? Anybody remember?
Ooh, font size?
Font size. So over here, I will add font size equals, let's say 6. And I will end my font size over here just because I don't want all of it. Save. Refresh. So now this will be bigger. Yes.
Is there a limit to the font size? Because I was trying to make mine like bigger than what it was.
Yeah, it seems to, I think like around 7 or 8 is there a limit? I think.
No, that's
It never goes beyond like a certain size, I noticed.
Can you use like a header tag?
Yeah, I'll be introducing that
I'm just
later on.
asking. I don't do a lot of web programming. That's why
Okay.
I'm actually,
So there you go.
you know,
Okay, guys,
curious.
is everybody on the same page now? Everybody's caught up? Everybody knows how to upload an image? Oh, you don't have- Let's put the paragraph right after your headline. Is everybody okay? Is everybody caught up?
I just have to, like, I have this here, and then,
Go back to your code. Everybody okay? We're gonna go to the next part.
I have a question. Like, any help? I don't have stuff.
You know what, let's worry about this. Let's see if you can, let's get caught up on this first and we'll move back to this.
I will, this is
So I want you to follow me.
Caroline made this.
I'm gonna put this code back up on screen, take a picture of it, see my phone, see my phone.
so you have.
Oh boy. 1 second, I'll be right with you. Yeah, somebody need help on this side? Yes. Look for the images folder inside this folder. So you need to create a new directory inside this folder. And call it images. Well, you don't want to name a file without .html. Okay. So somebody need help on this side, right? Really? Let's take a look. So don't worry, and in your the file name is also the capital D. So let's go back to your folder. You don't have an images folder. See, in your code, you're telling it images slash dot on word. It's telling you, you're telling the browser to look inside the images folder, but you can actually create an images folder. No, you need directory. Images. Images folder. Upload that file. Okay. So somebody need help on this side. This is your images folder. Ah. You need to create. You need to create the image folder inside the folder. So let's go back to the one. Let's see if this works. You're supposed to be able to move, but this is really wrong. Move it into. Because we're gonna like. This is more than this. The whole picture. Let's try it now. Okay, right? So is everybody caught up, or is anybody still need help? Who needs help? Somebody says I need help. Well, first of all, why don't you let's rename it. So you need to create what you need to create a photo. So click on the and let's rename it. Call it photos. Open up photos. Create a new directory inside it called images. And then download some images. Put it on your save on your desktop and then upload them. Okay? Into the image folder. Okay, guys. Here's some other things you can do with the images, right? over here, if you look at this, I have, it says up here, these are the things I love, right? It's kind of a, it's boring. It's just plain Times, whatever that font is. How do we change it? Does anybody remember? Font what? Font face equals, and then the typeface names, right? But that's not good enough for me. So we're gonna figure out how to even do better than that. So if you know Photoshop or Canva or Illustrator or whatever, you can design a nice title for it, right? Let's say, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna find some graphic that has my name on it. Ramon Art. Images. Ramon name art. Ooh, look at that. Sweet. No. Is there a better one? Ah, that's cool right here. So now I'm gonna pull one down from the internet, but in theory, you could create one, an image using, how many people here use Photoshop already? A lot of folks. Or Illustrator, or Canva, or whatever, right? Or you could create like something on your table with found objects and take a picture of it. So I'm gonna download this image, save image as, and I'm just gonna rename it. So Ramon title .jpg. I'll save it on my desktop. And then over here, above these are my favorite things, I will add image source equals, what did I call it? Ramon title, I believe. Ramon title.jpg. Look at that. It added this little accent, which is annoying. There you go. Ramon title.jpg. I will do a regular break, not a paragraph break. I will save it. And let's see how it looks. Where is it? Go back to fit.rgad.com/RamonG/photos. Oh, it's not there. What did I forget to do? Anybody? How come it's not showing up? What did I forget to do? I forgot to upload it to my images folder. So you do.
Do we have to do this? I like.
Do you have to do it?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like add the title?
Well, I have a title, but like, do I have to do some image to do it? I just got
Yes, this will be part of the assignment. But it doesn't have to be your name. It can be anything. So I will upload. I will go back up to my images folder because it has to be in the images folder. And I will upload Ramon title. Choose file. There it is. Save. And let's take a look at it now. Refresh. Oh, it's still not showing up. What did I do wrong? Let's see. Let's go back up. Edit file. Oh, I didn't say it was, I didn't specify images folder. So that's what I did wrong. So refresh. Ah, it's still not working. Did I not spell it right? Images, title, Ramon. Title, JPEG, images, image source. Is this not the JPEG? Maybe that's why.
Oh, I think it's like the underscore.
Oh, that's right. Thanks, Frank. It's actually underscore, not dash. Yes, thank you very much. So little things like that, little typos like that will mess you up. Let's see. Cross our fingers. So I'm going to show you some more things, but this is your homework. I want you guys to have at least 3 images on the page and a title. And I'll show you one more thing, and then I'll let you guys work in class on it. Sure. Okay, let's see if it showed up. It still didn't show up. I wonder how big this file is. That's not so big. Information 710. There you go. Oh, it's kind of big, right? I'm gonna make it smaller, maybe width also what 500. So how many people said that they use Photoshop? Anybody not use Photoshop? Okay. Well, since we all have access to Photoshop on these computers, I'm going to show you guys a neat little trick. So I'm going to open this guy up in Photoshop. Where's Photoshop? Right here. Oh, it's asking me to sign in? Are you serious?
Oh yeah, it makes me do this all the time. You have to sign in with your FIT email and password account.
So these computers no longer have them 24/7?
It will let you keep using it once you're in, but only for that. It's a pain in the neck. It happens to me upstairs all the time, and it not only happens here. I have to use my separate login when I go
Right,
upstairs. I mean,
yeah.
it's every place.
In that case, I'm not going to show. Okay, we're not going to do that because I thought you all had access to Photoshop.
They do all have. I don't know. if
Now, not
they have
everybody in the
others.
class will have access to Photoshop. I'm assuming that only students who are signed up for a class with Photoshop will have access to Photoshop.
Again,
used to be
all
that
the
the-
DFA students have a complete cloud subscription.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah, but
complicate
I don't know if
things.
that translates to the classroom here or not.
Okay, I'll show you some other things then. Over here, instead of a paragraph break after my first turtle, I will do a regular break, BR, and I will add a caption. This is the cutest little guy. And then I will add the paragraph break. So after the first images, everybody look at this. Look at the code. After the first image, I have a regular break. Then I have a caption, and then I have my paragraph break. And I'll do the same thing to the rest of them. This guy is a loggerhead. And then over here, I will have this guy was in the movie Finding Nemo. Paragraph break. So save it. So now all my pictures have captions. Let's see how they look. Ooh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. What did I forget to do? Look at these two pictures on the bottom. The first one was fine, but these two pictures, the captions are not beneath my photos. What did I forget to do? Anybody? BR. I forgot to do a BR. Save it. Refresh. All right. But you know what? I feel like that captions are too close to my pictures. See this? It's like almost butting up to the pictures. I'm not happy with that. If I do a paragraph, a P, it's going to be too far. So here's what I can do. I can go to my picture, and in the same line, I will add some vertical space. Equals, let's say 20 pixels. Let's see what happens. Save it. Refresh. Whoa, that's too much, way too much. Let's switch it to maybe just 5 pixels. Save it. Refresh. There you go. There, I like that. I like that distance right here. So I'm just going to copy paste this code, this V space, to all my other lines. Copy, P, V. Save. They do work, but you do have to say PNG in the code. Make sense? You can use GIFs as well, but you will have to say, you have to name it exactly the same file name in the code. All right. So part of your homework will be to create this page with at least 3 pictures with captions, okay? And a title at the top using an image. I'll show the code again so you can see what it looks like. So far, everything makes sense, right? I'll email it as well. So the homework is this: to create this page, to create a photo page in the photos folder with at least 3 images, using an image and a 4th image as a title. Okay, whatever title you want. And here's the code. If you want to add, oh gosh darn, I forgot the last thing I want to show you guys. This is the last one, I promise. So we can use your images as regular images. We can use your images as a title. But we can use your images as a background, right? I'll be right there. Let me do this lesson first. First, let me find a background online. So let's say, let's see, water. So I find this image right here. I'm gonna, well, you already know how to download things. Save image as desktop, save. You know, let's find something that's a little bit less. Light blue pattern.
You have to write images in front of it. That's literally the problem we're having. Try to write on HTML body. And also, like, if that doesn't work, just let me see how you put it in.
Okay, guys, guys, here's some new stuff. This is the last thing I'm going to show you tonight. So, how did we control the background before? Anybody remember the color of the background? BG color right here, right? If you want to, if you want to use, I need water. If you want to use an image for your background instead of a color, you type in the body tag, you type in background equals, and then in the name of the file. So in this case, it is, it's also in the images folder. And I think it's called water.png. So yes, you can use a PNG. So let's see what that looks like. Save. Let's see what it looks like. Refresh. There you go. Whoa, what happened to my, oh, okay. So now I'm using image as my background. And depending on the size of the image, the browser will repeat it, will tile it, and it'll just keep on going and going. The smaller the image, the smaller the tiles. The larger the image, the larger the tiles. Does that make sense? You cannot resize a background image. So whatever image, if I were to use, let's say, watch this. If I were to use one of these pictures, like Sea Turtle JPEG as my background image, let's see what happens. Because I know this is a big file, it's going to look like this. Look at that. So, see? It's taking up the whole browser. By the same token, if you'll notice with water.png, if you notice this, I could have picked a worse background, but this background is kind of busy, and it's competing slightly with my text. It's making my text slightly harder to read. So maybe it's a good idea to choose an image that is that's more subtle, like light blue, which is another image I downloaded. And let's see how that looks. Refresh. Oh, it didn't show up. Light blue PNG. Did I not spell that right? Light. Oh, I misspelled light. Save. Refresh. There you go. So this background is more subtle and it's not competing with my text. Okay? So there you go. That's your homework. The code? Sure. So your homework is to create a photos page with at least 3 images in the as main images, an image as a title, and a background, an image as a background. Okay? So those are the 3 requirements. And the code's all up there. And again, this is being recorded. I will send you the link to the video after class, so you guys can follow along.